Hey guys, Zodiax here. Just here to do a quick update video on one of the beats that I finished up that we did on the stream. This is on the stream done on April 2nd, 2016, and this is for the live stream that I did called Trip Hop, What's That? Alright, so I finally finished up the beat. I ended up calling the beat Weaver of Dreams because it's kind of got a dreamlike state to it and it has a really cool sound. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I did, what I changed, and what else we've done. So from here, starting off on the beat, one thing that you may notice if you watch that stream is I actually reorganized the whole song. So, there's a little bit more movement in the song. And not only that, I decided to give it a more progressive feel, whereas it gets more built up and more built up. Let's go ahead and hear how it sounds first so you guys get to get a feel for what it sounds like right now. And that's the song right there. I hope you guys liked it. So what I'm going to show you is one thing you will notice that is different is I actually added a rim pattern. So basically a nice little rim pattern that's going across like here. So let me go ahead and silence the kick by pushing this little green button right here. And everything else as well. Nope, that was the rim pattern right there. So we'll go ahead and just play that. So as you can hear, that's going off in the background at this section right here. But, what I did here was I'll go ahead and show you the effects I put on it. So I just picked a little rim shot pattern right there just to give it a little bit more movement and also to make the beginning of the instrumental sound a little bit different before the end of it. What I ended up doing is I added a reverb here. Just kept the basic settings of what came in. I also gave it a little bit of a high cut. I put a little bit of a low cut here. And I ended up adding a delay with only about 5% here. So I ended up just doing Fruity Delay 2, just a very simple delay, just as you can hear here, you can hear the delay. And what I did, as you can see, it's actually, I did not put it in a piano roll. So what I did was, there's actually another way you can actually set the velocity of each note. So right here, if you click up here, the graph editor, you have the instrument selected, you could actually see the velocities of each note that's hitting in. So that's what I did, was I changed the velocities of here. So you see this one goes down, this one goes down, this one goes down even lower, this one goes down. I did have another note here, but I didn't like the way it sounded, so it didn't go there, but... So as you can see here, as it's going across, as you see it light up, it's changing the velocity. Now, one of the things about this is it's simple and you don't have to change your pattern right here. But the problem with it is, if you've noticed, even though there's not a note here anymore, any note I put here will always be at that velocity. So you have to, there's a little bit more. It doesn't just, if you take out a note, you don't have to reset the velocity. But at the same time, that could be, that could be a problem too when you're working on a song. So if you put a note here and then just wonder, it's like, why is it hitting so softly? Just remember to go back to your graph editor and reset that. That's the only problem with the graph editor, but it's kind of nice. It's pretty simple. You have options here. And so that's that rim pattern right there. And of course, what I did there was I moved the snare to its own pattern right here. Oh, whoops. That's the snare right there. I did change the snare a little bit too. I just ended up putting a reverb on it, and I ended up adjusting some of the settings right here. So I just changed some of the reverb amount so that it wouldn't ring too much. So let's go ahead and reactivate these real quick. The last thing I did was I also added in a outro right here. And this is, of course, is just our, this is just our Rhodes right here. And I believe I also did throw a parametric EQ on this because it was actually really bassy when I first listened to it while I was mastering it. So it was really bassy here. So what I did was I cut out some of the lows with my parametric, and then I raised some of the mids and the treble, just to make it so that it would stand out a little bit. And then from here I also just made the last bit, and from here this note. And that's actually just the end of the song. So right there, all I did was I took this pattern and then I shortened it to 4 bars right there, put it at the end. Then I also put this pattern right here, the alchemy, and I just cut that down to 4 bars too. Or not 4 bars, to 1 bar. That's that. So I just cut that down and had that coming at the end. And that's the update I have for the trip hop beat that was streamed on April 2nd, 2016. I hope you guys like it. It'll be on our SoundCloud page. You can go ahead and download it if you don't like it. Guys, so go ahead and subscribe, comment, and like the video if you guys liked it. And I will see you again during the next stream. Have a good day.